Hello, guys. I have noticed millions of videos, training tips and techniques, and all sorts of coaches having clients. And what amazes me and what troubles me is when I see people with musculoskeletal imbalances, pelvis tilt, bad rotation, one shoulder higher than the other. Mechanically, these people are not functioning the way they should be functioning. And still, their coach gives them bench press, squat, deadlift, barbell movements, not a unilateral work which this person should be doing, or instead of barbell, they should be doing dumbbell movements. So I don't know what class is a good coach, but if I see a coach and then I see his client and then I see this client's posture, then I look at his training program and I see what this person is doing, I'm thinking clearly this person shouldn't be doing these exercises because he's causing himself damage. So he was damaging his tissue, joints, tendons, attachments, because mechanically he's not at the point where he should be doing these exercises. So what is making a good coach? Any diet works, really. So unless you high performance, you give yourself a diet high in protein and you control the fats and carbohydrates based to your needs, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, and you should be good to go. Any diet will work as long as you can stick to it. But not every training program is good. And everybody wants to be JP and everybody wants to be James Hollingshead and be a powerhouse and everybody wants to be a Superman without really considering the situation they're in. And a lot of you are not in a position to squat or deadlift or barbell press, overhead shoulder press. Your posture sucks. You need mobility, you need flexibility, you need to improve your range of motion, you need to visit a chiropractor, you need to get the shit together before you wreck yourself, as I did. Yeah, and if you think you know better, then maybe I could suggest come and train with me, and I'll tell you what you're doing wrong, because there is tons of you I see doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, and you know the symptoms when you press and one arm is doing this and the other is doing something else. One leg is pressing more than the other. Just bullshit, and you're still doing these exercises. I was one of these people when I was going through a process of changing my workout from a regular barbell movements, squatting, deadlifting, barbell rowing, into unilateral single arm and single leg work. It was a long transitioning, but I had never anybody telling me that I should be doing these things. I had to figure it out my way, the hard way. I went from 21 stone, lean, massive guy. I was around 12% body fat, down to 18 stone skinny fat shit. And the reason was because I was stubborn and I still continued trying to do squats and deadlifts and barbell movements without properly looking at my situation and analyzing it to a point where, okay, I can't do barbell rows, my left lats are not firing, my shoulder hurts, my elbow hurts, my everything hurts. So mechanically, I continue doing something that's causing me harm instead of doing something I should be doing, trying to fix my imbalances in strength and maybe size, trying to separately concentrate on left and right side and not losing gains, not losing strength instead of what I was doing. And many of you, and I'm talking well more than 50%. I don't want to mention names, even those guys who think that they know their shit and know what they're doing, you don't. And I'm not classing myself as an expert, but because of what I have been through in well over 5 years, and I spent 15,000 pounds on treatments, I know what I'm talking about. And you know really well when you're training and you feel some sort of discomfort or different muscle activation on one side in comparison to another. So you know really well that if this applies to you, that you are one of those people and you're not really sitting down and analyzing your training and your body, and you're not accordingly adjusting things based on what you are and what situation you are at this point. So think really deeply about it. I had to talk about it because I see people doing exercises they shouldn't be doing, and not only they do exercise they shouldn't be doing because of the posture, but the technique is shit on the top of that as well. So not only, for example, your hip flexors might be tight, or your hamstrings short, or you have a pelvis tilt or rotation, you do deadlift and you have bad back posture, not even anything to do with the pelvis. So you have a bad form, technique, and bad posture. So double trouble. I could continue forever. This would be great for a live stream, but I'm sure many of you will agree. I'm open to your opinions and discussion on this. And let's see where we at. Let's see how many coaches get sensitive, because I can name and shame you. So before you enter, be prepared.